Welcome to
to
the
the 2026 Iron Fore Championship. The Iron Fore weekend has always coincided with the Open Championship.
This year is no exception, other than the fact that we will be wrapping up the Iron Fore Championship as the Open Championship commences.
Let's take a look at some of the similarities amongst these two iconic events.
This is the 11th time that Royal Birkdale has hosted the Open Championship.
And this is approximately the 11th Iron Fore Championship. 6 of the 11 Open Championships at Royal Birkdale have been won by Americans.
Approximately the same number of wins garnered by our American duo of Fucksticks 1 and 2.
I'm pretty sure it's more than that, but our record keeping has been influenced by Spotted Cow.
I'm not sure what's worse, your math or my memory.
Not one of these Open Championships was won by an Englishman. However, an English woman did capture a women's British Open at this venue. I'm betting Donkey can name her.
And regarding the similarities here, her average driving distance is very similar to the longer hitters in the Iron Fore Championship. There are a number of items that will determine the outcome of the Open Championship this year at Royal Birkdale. Let's take a look at some of these keys to victory for whomever will be named Champion Golfer of the Year.
Well, first, there's got to be the weather. The English weather is generally pretty shitty.
Well, there's also generally the luck of the draw on the starting times. Did they get the morning on Thursday and the afternoon on Friday when the weather was at its worst? Or did they luck out with the reverse and the weather was only mildly British and really unpleasant?
Let's not forget those bunkers. The numerous deep pop bunkers will definitely have an impact here at the Open Championship.
Well, there's also jet lag. Who went over early and played in the Scottish Open and who did not?
Here is our own list of factors involved in deciding the outcome of the Iron Fore Championship.
Well, let's start with the golf course, of course. And we have the runway, which impacts the starting hole number 1, as well as the par 5, number 6. Generally, there's a ball or two that ends up on the runway.
Well, let's talk about you for a minute. Your impatience has definitely impacted the outcomes of previous Iron Fore Championships.
Yeah, let's move on. That's good. Well, then there's my partner and his health. The donkey has suffered from back pain and spasms and injuries over the year. And this year, he's actually dealing with a pulled pectoral muscle. Not what you refer to it as, donkey. Those are generally just fat. Attractive fat, nonetheless, but just fat.
Well, I have to talk about my partner for a minute here. So he's been known to wobble that head on some critical putts, especially when they're within 2 feet.
And thus, another factor will absolutely be if we are called tight-lipped MFers or not, or should I just say how many times we're called tight-lipped MFers.
But to offset that wobbling of my partner, he's got a new secret weapon in the bag this year, and it's that mini driver, which I must say he has figured out and finds his way on that fairway more often than not.
And if he retires again, he might get a new putter. Well, we would be remiss to not mention the condition of the tee boxes. Are there leaves, pine needles, candy wrappers, divots, broken tees, those kinds of things, which always get into the head of Shrekkie.
This is something that keeps me up at night because I have no control over it. I just hope that Voyager Village has full maintenance staff on the week of the Iron Fore Championship to clean up those tee boxes.
Well, we can't forget about Jameson. My partner has a proclivity towards Jameson. I'm just hoping there's not already a body at the cabin, as well as he bringing his own, which I'm sure he will finish because it's just a lot of work to bring it home.
How about that hammer? This is something that was introduced to the Iron Fore Championship last year, and I must say it was a big success.
Well, we learned about this from TGL, the golf league on television, and yes, it has been a lot of fun. And occasionally, one or more of the participants has been known to have been overserved during the Iron Four Championship. Which one will it be? Or will it be all of the above?
It's too early to tell, but yeah, only time will tell. Let's not forget one of my favorite parts is the negotiations.
That car ride, every time on the way to the golf course, every day, there's something new. Somehow, our opponents are often trying to garner mulligans. No, and then they seem to want to call it pure golf. Laughable.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, with the handicap system and the hammers, it seems like this has become a little less important, but still one of my favorite parts of the championship. And let's not forget a key part of it, of the championship, the Iron Four Championship, is the breakfast ball. It can be something that can affect the round. It's something that happens on hole one. It can affect the entire round, whether you can take advantage of that breakfast ball.
Should you need it. And definitely a huge part of the day, every day, is the numerous roles Shreki has to play. I mean, he has to play golf and attempt to do it well.
I'm glad this has been recognized. Not to mention, I mean, I'm Whitey's caddy,
His bartender,
cart driver slash chauffeur.
accountant, making sure he counts all his strokes,
I'm also his therapist when things aren't going as well as they should be.
and appropriate music list is the DJ, and volume level.
Yes, the volume level is key. I've been criticized more than once for not having it high enough where he can actually hear it.
And we're always criticizing him for it's too loud and you guys can't hear us.
That is true.
And maybe on purpose. And let's not forget the best parts of the Iron Four Championship. Good friends.
And great times.
And finally, Donkey, it's a little late, but happy birthday. I have this at my house. It's for you. We made this a long time ago. Yes, we know your birthday is in December. Somehow we have not been able to connect to get this to you. I showed a picture to your wife, and she mentioned how great this would look at the office, which sounded a lot like this is not going in my house.
I'm so looking forward to the Iron Four Championship, celebrating your birthday, Donkey, 7 months later.
Because we know it will be very close, very exciting.